Twitch chat. Hello. I should now be able to like click on start scenario next one, right? That's just what we do. Will it make the other things go away? I don't know. Let's find out. Game setup. Refresh scenario list. I shouldn't have Algok's offensive available anymore. How do I explain to the game that it is locked? Can you like click this twice or something maybe? No. I don't know. Anyway, hard device. I have not successfully made all of this loot go away. I don't know if I meant to clean that up manually every single mission or if I failed to understand something about the macro. Ooh, my stomach's rumbling. Interesting that there are only 16 loot cards here, because I feel like I got 17. Did I miss one, or did it steal one of them when it made the loot for this mission? Maybe it stole one when it made the loot for this mission. 21 attack modifiers, 20 attack modifiers, 22 attack modifiers. That seems right. That seems like our attack modifier decks are right. Jonah Starlight. Snow Dancer. Frozen Fist. That's exciting. Excuse me? Oh, introduction A or B? Shouldn't this have gone away when I ended the last scenario? Delete map? All right, let's send these back again. Why are these here? Because they were still in play. 3, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, we try starting the new scenario again. All right, this looks a little more promising. Yeah, this looks much more promising. Heart of Ice. Scenario is complete when only one boss is dead and character summons have collectively dealt damage to that boss equal to at least half its maximum hit point value rounded up. At the end of that round, if the Snow Dancer is dead, read 15.2. If the Frozen Fist is dead, read 22.1. Scenario effects. Each character adds 2 -1 cards to their attack modifier deck. Hey. You ignore scenario effects. You do not. You ignore scenario effects. You do not. Alright, so I need 4 -1 cards. Who else doesn't? You. Okay. If Algok's offensive is complete, read instruction A. Otherwise, read instruction B. Do not set up or connect tile. Instruction B. Battle is near. Sounds of it echo off the tunnel's icy walls. Metal crashing against stone, thunder ripping the air. The chest-shaking howls of Algox. Your breath is heavy as you follow your guide. Closer, closer, and then you arrive. But the middle of the battle is no time to stand around. The Algox around you are locked in bitter combat, spells shooting out with terrible quickness and heavy fists swinging. Immediately before you stands a final cluster of guards. Their faces twist in fury at the sight of your party, realizing from which direction you've just come. Doomed whelps, they shout. We will destroy you for this intrusion. Scenario B. Okay. Is that all? Door 1 is locked and will unlock when all revealed enemies are dead. Instead of using standees for the bosses, use the miniatures. Alright, so we have a few things to kill relatively easy, and then we get in here, and I guess we will find some bosses fighting. I have done this mission, but it was from the other direction, so. This one will be a bit different. 2 elite Algox guards, 3 elite Algox archers. This is pretty similar to the first room the last time that we fought. When I played this on Tabletop, I feel like I had already leveled up my Deathwalker. But that seems impossible unless I leveled up my Deathwalker in mission 1. No, that can't be right. I must be thinking of something else. Huh. I must be thinking of something else. I don't know. So I can think about grabbing any of these 3 cards. By kind of the experience I get for clearing missions. I have, yeah. This is like 10 for clearing a mission plus 12 for... That seems wrong, actually. 12 bonus experience. Don't you get experience for finishing... mission 1 or something? .3. Oh, 9.1. No, you set morale. Okay, so I haven't gotten any bonus experience yet. So it's just 12 from ending missions. Yeah, that seems right. I've gotten 26 on you. Yeah, that seems right. Like 13 each mission. And 17 on you also seems right. Yeah, I think my experience is right. For some reason, I thought I'd already gotten to level 2 on my Deathwalker because I remember playing this fight and using the teleport to shadows on my Deathwalker. But that is just like very clearly not a thing that I could possibly have done. Because this is mission 3. There's no way I was leveled up yet. I don't think. Unless I was playing wrong. I don't know. Anyway, we should look at cards, and if anything seems good for a boss fight, we could think about taking it. I am uninspired by these. Apply a different negative condition to an enemy that already has 1 or more negative conditions, or kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions, or end the scenario with your hit point value equal to your maximum hit point value. I haven't failed a battle goal yet. Kill an enemy with 2 or more negative conditions. I can wound things and poison things. Yeah. Actually, maybe it's easier to just do this, because then I just poison something that's already... Or I can wound something. Actually, this character can wound and poison things. I could do this by myself in 1 turn. I could use the bottom half of Bloodletting to wound it, and then the top half of What's It Who's All to poison it. That seems like a pretty easy battle goal then. I think I do want Tip of the Spear, probably. I am not sure what to lose for that. Unbreakable Wall had that one turn where it was good. Regroup? Probably not. Deflecting maneuver? Probably not. Pincer movement? No. It's hard to lose something for it. Piercing is good, though, I think. I think they have shield. One of the bosses has shield, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's like 3 shield, though. I think it might be like 1 shield. Maybe it's okay. Alright. Pedestrian. Never enter a hex occupied by an ally, enemy, objective, or obstacle. Never exit a hex adjacent to an enemy except through forced movement. Kill an undamaged enemy with a single attack action. Yeah, we can go duelist. I just have to not run away from any enemies I'm next to. Seems... I mean, I don't think there are that many enemies. And I'm not going to have to run away from the bosses, I shouldn't imagine. For boss fights, any of these 3. Give us someone an extra attack? That seems pretty good. Anything particularly bad? Approach Oblivion? Maybe we don't approach Oblivion this mission. Just go for the slightly more normal, give someone an extra attack. Lose a card to negate suffering 5 or more damage. That seems doable in a boss fight, for sure. Straggler, never short rest. Gambler, kill an enemy with an attack that has disadvantage. I'll just go never short rest. That's like more able to be guaranteed. Because I have to actually get attacked by something. And it has to actually roll decent damage, right? Black Barrage. And to shoot a thing. We're good without these. Pickpocket. Collect 2 or more loot tokens by performing a loot ability while adjacent to 1 or more enemies. That is extremely specific. Never lose your lowest initiative. Never use your lowest initiative played card as your initiative card. Okay. Never end your turn adjacent to any other character. So characters are not summons. Characters and summons are different. I think it's easier for me to never use my lowest initiative card. Okay. Am I set up? We are starting the next scenario. We got the battle goals. We've built the loot decks. We know which items we're bringing. It's all probably fine. Does this just work forever? Oh, it doesn't work on boss enemies. Yeah, that would be a bit strong. Okay. Turn 1. Yeah? Turn 1. Okay. What do we want to do? There are 2 Algox guards and 3 archers this time. It's very similar to the start of the last mission, except last mission there were 3 guards and 2 archers. Also, I feel like the archers, they're like stuck behind that impassable terrain. So it could take quite a while for them to get to me. I'm going to want the Algox guards to walk into me on turn 1. I will want to tank that somehow. I wonder if I just go for a tank turn with my drifter. Just go prudent preparation and unbreakable. And we get hit. They move here and here. We put our drifter here. I have a new thought after how last mission went, which is that maybe I want to summon my banner as close to the next room as I possibly can. Because I like summoned it here and then actually moved it back a tile in the last mission, and then it was just horrifically behind the party for the entire rest of the mission. So I think I am down to summon a banner on turn 1, but we're going to summon it closer than we did last time. Does that mean I need you to move? Can't really move. I go with Incendiary Throw and Banner of Strength. I really like the Banner of Strength. I think it is an excellent, excellent thing in a 4-player party. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to put it though. Like maybe there, or maybe it has to go somewhere else, like here. We move 2, we move it 2, we move allies 3, we move allies 3, we move it 2. Got it over there. I could also just not summon it right now and summon it in the next room. Or I could like walk up here and then summon it up here. I think I want it in this room though. No, it's fine. It's just a good bottom half of a card, and it's, I think, worth expending a good bottom half of a card to get going. I am probably down for my Bone Shaper to make a Wraith. I could try to go after them, actually. Let's try to go after them. That way I can summon it further up. And my Bone Shaper can stand here and summon a Wraith there. Is someone going to confuse them? Oh, fascinating. I could confuse them. If my Deathwalker is here, and I go turn 1, bottom half of Call to the Abyss to place a shadow, and top half of Call of Doom. If I can make darkness by initiative 32, I can confuse them. So summoning a Wraith makes darkness. And the question is, can I go before initiative 32 in a productive way? I mean, I can just go before initiative 32 in a bad way, I guess. Sure. So this is some sort of turn 1. Currently, you don't have a place to summon a Wraith, though. That's no good. Deathwalker goes here? No? Oh. Maybe I don't summon the banner this turn, actually. Feels awkward not to. Does my Deathwalker have a poison dagger? We gave it away. The problem I have right now is I'm using Incendiary Throw, right? Unless I get the banner down, that's just not actually reliably dealing damage. So I want to get the banner down. But I need a tile to actually summon the banner to. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Alright, we're okay. This summons the banner to the bottom corner, but we're not close enough with the Deathwalker to do our move with the Deathwalker. So maybe our Deathwalker does something else. I'm gonna try top half of Call to the Abyss. How about that? I've never tried just going top half of Call to the Abyss immediately. Wait, it seems terrible on this mission. No, I've changed my mind. Because there are only like 5 enemies total. Go top half of Eclipse on turn 1. Don't love it. Deathwalker doesn't do much other than damage at this point in the game. Can you just move? Bone Shaper can just move, I think. Is there a different way to make dark other than making a Wraith? Hey, Mogmeister! Eternal Torment. Seems like it would be better if I had a Wraith in play. Guess not. Alright. I have somewhat changed my idea of what I'm doing. Look, the game's not easy. We're gonna Deadly Shot, and instead of trying to confuse these, I'm just gonna summon a skeleton for them to hit. That's probably fine. And my Deathwalker can make a shadow and then run up and hit someone from it late in the turn. I don't have a poison dagger anymore because I gave it away. I may come to regret that. I feel like my banner spear does not use melee attacks very often. Having a poison dagger there is not useful right now. Okay. At some point, maybe it will become useful. I don't know. This is some sort of turn. Since I'm not going to be taking 2 attacks there, I think I would like to get better healing instead. I'm up early? Yeah, something like that. Let's begin. My Bone Shaper goes first? Whoops. Okay. What are the Algarx guards doing? Doing a hasty assault. Number 5, number 6. Huh. I did not realize that my Bone Shaper was moving first, but I guess that's what I've done. Oh shit, I'm summoning a Wraith? What am I doing? There's 5 attacks, it's attacking for 4. I just like straight up clicked the wrong buttons, I guess. Well, I committed to it. I'm pretty sure I was like trying to summon a skeleton. I mean, YOLO? YOLO. Alright. I may just lose that card immediately. We'll see. Wait, what are these doing? I should check that. They're attacking 3 range. Alright, they're not quite close enough. So the Algarx guards. First number 5 moves. It wants to attack my Wraith. It's attacking for 5 damage. It's going to be very awkward if my Wraith just dies here, which it might. +1, 6 damage. So Wraith has 2 2 shield. Wait, what? Oh, it's for 4. Plus 5 is 5. Yeah, that is actually enough to kill. I don't know. Tilt. I got 2 experience though. Tilt seems like the answer here. I'll have this one move here and attack my Bone Shaper. -1. That's what I needed. Damn. So default of 5. -1 from this is 4. -1 from the modifier is 3. All right. Drifter gets stronger heals. Drifter is going to poison. This is an attack for 1. That thing. +1. You're done? The Algox Archers. First the Elite goes, it moves 2 toward a tile where it can attack me from, so it gets to there. Then Algox Archer 1 goes. This is slightly closer. And then this one goes. This one can actually move 2 toward me, but can't quite get in range. Banner Spear. I am going to summon a banner. Hopefully this one will not immediately die. I mean, that's pretty bold, really, putting it there. Especially since I think my Deathwalker is trying to move to that tile. Okay, I guess I have to summon it in the back corner. Feels bad. But we do have +1 on that, plus poison. So +2 on the attack. Plus another. So +3. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are wounded. You are wounded. And I get 2 experience from summoning the banner. And I channel a fire. Oh, I also channeled a dark by making a wraith, which immediately died. It's fine. Is the wraith even good? I don't know. I'm gonna put a shadow here, and I'm gonna walk forward into it and make a melee attack with Shadow Step. The melee attack's for a default of 3 damage. +1 for poison, +1 from the banner means 5 base, -1 is 4. Alright. End of turn. So now I have to work out how to not die to the archers, mostly. I mean, there's also these. There are a variety of things trying to kill me. I have Prudent Preparation. That is a way to do a lot of tanking this turn. Yeah. I think Prudent Preparation and a move for 3. Lets me get to here, which like, or here, or like, okay, we can't actually get to there, but we get to here or here, depending on what the archers are doing. One might be significantly better than the other. Actually, in some situations, I can use the bottom half of this to just move, and then use the top half of this to attack 3 times and confuse people. Maybe that's better. Maybe that's just what I should be trying to do by default here. In which case I don't need to use Prudent Preparation. What could I use instead? I get a different bottom half of a card. I mean, I'm just kind of throwing something away in that case. Just throw this away. I'm just using it to move 2. Okay. Banner Spear. If I move after my Drifter, I could push. Is that good? It's probably fine. It deals good damage. Drifter's moving at 23. So if I go at 32, I can do a whole lot of stuff, actually. And there's already wounds on the enemies, so I don't need to worry about the card that wounds enemies all that much. Okay, we have Unbreakable Wall coming. Seems alright. Bone Shaper. So I would like to make a skeleton. I think also putting some curses on enemy deck seems pretty good. And Deathwalker. It's hard to do things that aren't Eclipse here. I can like Lingering Rot to poison that as well, and then I mean the problem is I'm just kind of hitting for 2. I have Dark available. Oh, I could muddle them? Okay. Seems pretty good, actually. I think this round lines up decently. Oh, they're outpacing me. Ooh. Alright, what are you doing? You're moving 1 and then attacking at range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can't hit me. I make a trap. Spike Pit Trap. Okay. This one can attack me. Let's make sure. Yeah. Alright, so archer number 1, in order to attack at 5 range, it would have to be in this tile. I think I have kind of made it so they're going to walk through that trap next turn. I mean, I didn't make it that way. They did, but... You are also going to make a trap here, I guess. And you're going to shoot my Drifter for a base of 3 damage. -1, 2 damage. And create a 3 damage trap. Man, I have to push this turn as well, but they're too far away for me to push them into it. Makes things pretty interesting. Alright, the Algax guards go now. Number 5 goes first. It's going to target my Deathwalker. It's attacking for 5 damage. It is wounded. It takes 1. What are you? 5 damage plus 0. Ow. Oh, I'm on a shadow. It has disadvantage. 1, 2. -1. And it will poison me, and it will give itself a shield for the rest of the turn. And this one will attack my Drifter, also attacking for base of 5. It crit failed. That's pretty good. It poisons me though, and gets a shield. Alright, I feel like it could have been a lot worse. Now I get some sort of turn. So with my Drifter, I'm going to fly. And I'm going to use Draining Shots. Draining Shots is 3 attacks. They're all attacking for 1. I'm going to shoot at this Archer first. This one. And we are muddling them. Then I'm going to shoot at disadvantage at the topmost elite. -1, but it is poisoned, so it still takes 1. It's muddled, which means I have finished Tormentor already. And then at this one, again with disadvantage. -1. This one's not poisoned. Muddled, but didn't take any damage. Next is my Deathwalker, who is suddenly at 2 health. So my thought had been... I'm sorry, you're also confusing everybody? Wow. We did not coordinate this very well. Whoops. Anyway, we can poison you, and then... Oh, also, it only even hits 1 thing. What am I doing? It's gotta be late, right? It's 5:13 a.m. Okay, I worked it out. I worked out why this is happening. Before I move, actually, I will attack that for 2 with just the melee part of my thing. I'm within range of the banner and it's poisoned. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it is has a shield. It has a shield against the ranged attacks as well. So 5. Okay, very awkward turn. Banner Spear. I'm gonna move here. What's my Bone Shaper doing? Making a skeleton. I'm going to give... you a move of 2. Go there. You a move of 2. Grant 2 allies within range. Move of 2. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to use the top half of Unbreakable Wall and attack 2 enemies for 3. This one's also poisoned, and I'm within Banner of Strength range, so this one is actually for 5 minus its shield. And that's the -1 from the scenario effect. Gross. So takes 3. It's on 2. I push it 1. There. And this one also gets hit. Get an experience for this card. Also, same numbers. Ooh. 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 Okay, so start at 3, plus 1 for the banner, plus 1 for the poison is 5, plus 1 from the base card is 6, plus 3 for allies adjacent is 9. That's not bad. It takes 8 damage after its shield. Thanks for the raid, Redbeard. Welcome in, everyone. We are playing extremely complex board game right now. And it's 5 a.m., so, you know, I'm trying to play it well. We'll see. I'm doing okay. Hope you had a good stream. Let's do some bone shaping. Is this game harder than Magic? Magic's an easy game for babies. I'm going to use the bottom half of Damned Horde to put curses in the enemy deck. 2 curses. 1 target, 2nd target. I'm going to use the top half of Life in Death to summon a skeleton. Right here. I take 2 more damage. I gain an experience. Red's brain could literally explode. I feel like that's essentially what happens when you play Frosthaven, yeah. Probably there's a character whose job it is to make your brain explode, actually. That's the end of round 2. Alright, now what do I do? It's on 2? It's wounded, so it's on 1. It's on 10, and the archers are over here, but they put a trap in front of themselves. So in order to actually attack me, this is going to have to walk through a trap. It's like, it's fine though. It just takes 3 damage. That's the bad guys, and these are the good guys. This is Sam the Drifter, Verna the Banner Spear, Harper the Bone Shaper, and Lyle the Deathwalker. Lyle just doesn't look dangerous. Lyle really just, that just doesn't, this is a fearsome assassin. I don't know, it just kind of looks pretty chill. You're harder when there's magic involved. That's, I mean, happy for you, I guess. I should have used leather armor when my Deathwalker got attacked. Also, I should have used white card already. Made some mistakes. We've made several mistakes. Okay, how do we play this? I have prudent preparation. So I have a 14 initiative move, which gives me some shield for the turn. And then bottom half of card. Oh, what about bloodletting? That way I have an attack, which will kill this 2 health thing. So I'll have 2 shield. I will be the priority target for the archers. I can do some tanking. I am currently poisoned. It would be nice not to be. Is that possible? Javelin's pull could come in handy here. I could pull an enemy into a trap. So this is a pretty good card right now. IMO. We heal all allies for 3. 2 of my allies are poisoned, which means that I don't suffer 1 damage for healing them because I haven't increased their hit point value. So I only actually take 1 damage and I remove 2 poisons. There is otherwise not an incredible thing to do with the bottom half of a card that I can see. Unless this skeleton gets out of the way, and then I could move here and pull this with Javelin, which pulls 2 at 3 range. So if you go first, and then you go, actually doable. Wow. I'm gonna curse again. So you're going, then you're going. Whoa, I need this out of the way, right? Because I need to walk forward to pull. How do I get it out of the way? So I can't use Eternal Torment. I have to use one that gives it a move and then attack, like Command the Wretched. Alright, that'll get the skeleton out of the way. No, the bottom half of this grants us summon a move. I am big dumb. Alright, let's do this. Any truth to the rumor that I am playing the trumpet on this rousing musical track? Yeah, at the same time. It's called multiphonics. I'm playing it with my nostrils while I talk with my lips. It's not a bad vibe, in my opinion. The rumors were true. They often are about me. Here's something that I've noticed. This makes darkness as well. So you're going at 18, Javelin's at 21. I'm using the bottom half of Javelin and the top half of At All Costs. And then I have Dark Element or something here. +1 damage on Forceful Spirits. Forceful Spirits can have 2 targets. Oh, yeah, it can. Oh, this is all working pretty well, actually. Okay, this turn's kind of hot. Let's see how this works. Of course, the enemies can do stuff too, so they could ruin everything. No, I'm going before they go. All right, here we go. So Drifter first, we go Prudent Preparations, we have some shield and retaliation for the rest of the turn. Then I go the bottom half of Bloodletting to make an attack for 1 damage. +1 from Banner of Strength, +1 from the Fectus Poison. So actually for 3 damage. I drew a fucking crit miss. I mean, okay, it's actually fine. It's still doable. That's not ideal right now though. Yield null modifier. Alright, great. Bone Shaper goes. So I do get my skeleton first, and it gets to attack this. It's attacking for 4 base. +1 is 5. Yeah, that kills it. And then my Bone Shaper actually goes. I'm going to start with Eternal Torment, which puts another curse in the enemy deck. And then hits this for 2 is my base attack, +1 for the poison, for 4. +0, 4. Alright. Is this card done? Oh, also it channels Dark. And then we get to move 2 and move a summon 2. So I'm moving back, the summon's moving. You know, it doesn't have to move back, it could move forward. What are these doing? 2 targets, 4 range. They're not moving. I should probably have read that earlier in the turn. Okay. So not much reason to move the skeleton forward, it will just die immediately. So move it backwards instead. Other pieces on the hex board powered by the card plays, that's a cool mechanic. Yeah, the basic idea of the game is like a squad-based combat kind of thing, but you're playing a deck of cards for your character. This is my party. I have a Drifter, a Banner Spear, a Bone Shaper, and a Deathwalker. There are 17 different classes in the game, but only 6 of them start off unlocked. So I have 4 of the starting classes. And these are my decks. I play 2 cards a turn, then they go in the discard pile. In order to reclaim from my discard pile, I have to lose 1 of the cards for the rest of the mission. So eventually you will run out of cards and your character will die. You can also die by running out of health. But you can burn cards to stop yourself from losing health, so like you actually lose by running out of health. It's just like you actually lose by running out of cards. It's just sometimes you run out of cards faster because you had to burn them to keep your health. Anyway, Banner Spear gets to use the bottom half of Javelin, which I'm quite excited about. I go here. I use the bottom half of Javelin to pull something with 3 range, 2 tiles. I'm gonna go back to the board. I'm gonna pull this Elgax Archer through the trap that it made. Let me just confirm, like, it's a 3 damage trap. If I pulled it through the trap, it takes 3. And then I'm pulling it here. And then I am done using Javelin. That's like the movement half of my turn. And I'm also going to use the top half of At All Costs and heal all allies for 3. I have to go over to the board again. So you were poisoned, you're no longer poisoned. You were poisoned, you're no longer poisoned. You're at 1, you're now at 4. I take 1 damage for everyone who went up in health, which is only 1 person. And that is that card done. Hey, Tobogganator. Hey, Cripalis. Am I going to TwitchCon? I am not currently planning to go to TwitchCon, Redbeard. I just went to PAX. PAX is in town this weekend. I spent a full 2 hours there. It was just fine. But yeah, doing like a long weekend for a con in another city is... I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird you don't get a first message prompt in any stream. Oh, I saw a first message prompt on your Red Beard Shake. Alright. Finally my Deathwalker goes. So my Deathwalker has these shadows, which do extra stuff. At the moment, I'm not using them for anything, but my movement ability lets me move one tile. So I'll move that up towards the enemies. And then my other ability is consuming my dark element, giving me an experience, and attacking for 3 with the +1 from the dark element on 2 targets. This one's on 2. I get to use the Banner of Strength for 1 of these attacks. I'm going to assume that 3 against something on 2 health is enough. And not use the banner on that one. +1. Cool, that's dead. And then against this, I will use the Banner of Strength. This is also poisoned. So it's a default of 3, +1 from the banner, +1 from poison is an attack for 5, +0 is 5. Enemy is on 1 health now, and it's wounded. So it takes 1 health damage at the start of its turn, which is now it's dead. I feel like that was really not a bad outcome from the turn. We did a lot of stuff there. I think there were 5 enemies the last time the enemies moved, and now there are 2. The Elgox guards are all dead, so they don't do anything. Elgox archers are attacking 2 targets at 4 range, but they don't have a move, and this isn't within 4 range of anyone. So it's just this attacking. It gets to attack my drifter for 1 less than regular damage, so 4. He drew a curse. It doesn't hit. That is their turn done. Okay. Okay. This is a little weird now, though, because they sure are standing on the other side of some traps with bows. I don't... could be a little iffy to move toward. Let me take a look at their deck. Seems like you could min-max a 10-minute turn every turn, your kind of game. Oh yeah, you can spend more than 10 minutes on a turn, to be honest. Power Shot doesn't move and has 5 range. This moves and has 4 range. But it moves only 1 tile. This moves and has 4 range. This moves and has 5 range. This moves and has 4 range. I feel like I want to have the option of moving my drifter back before they go. Because their AI will move them over a trap if it's the only way to attack me. And they have a bunch of attacks that are 4 range. So if my drifter moves back 1, I get to pick up the loot, which is kind of nice. And also, I mean, the loot is not a huge deal. You know, greed is good. Also, though, I get to make them walk over the trap, deal themselves damage, and then I get to go kill them afterwards. So, I wouldn't hate moving like relatively quickly. Maybe we just do kind of a healing turn. You're at 2. You're at 4. Thinking no remorse is healing. And Vile Assault would heal me. Oh, this card is done now. Do I remember I had shield last turn? I think I did. Alright, so I'm moving at 20 initiative and I can move back. And then the other people can move really slow. With the idea being, if the archers do move toward me, I'll get to go after they do. So they move toward me, and then I get to move up into them, kill them at the end of this turn and the beginning of next turn before they go next turn. So I get like a double turn, basically. This skeleton could almost get into attack if I use Command the Wretched. There's no way to grant allies a move with this. And then what would my top half of a card be? I don't know. I think maybe the skeleton's too far away to realistically do anything here. So instead, we could use Decaying Will, which is a 5 range attack. And again, I kind of want to go pretty slowly this turn, so let's go Wrath of the Turned Earth and go have 80 initiative. I met you at PAX West. No, I met you at TwitchCon. I'm sorry, my bad. Mostly to chill outside the conventions, but they are fun. Yeah, I typically, like, my conventions in Seattle are like, I go to a dinner or a party with friends and maybe go onto the convention floor for an hour at some point. I saw the Civ 7 showcase. Game looks pretty good. I mean, the people who are making it have made Civ for 15 years. So at this point, my impression is they're kind of good at making Civ. I wonder if they know how to do anything else. It's fine. Why would they need to? Honestly, an unreasonable expectation to have of a human being. It was a fun panel. Like, they're very, very passionate about making complex 4X strategy games, that team. Alright, let's give this a go. Round 4. The Algox archers are attacking at 5 range without moving. This feels like probably the worst thing I could have gotten. Shit. What's my Deathwalker doing? Yeah, that's not good. So this this one is actually so far away that even at 5 range, if I move back with my Drifter, it can't do anything. I guess that's going to be the play. Drifter will move back and heal self for 2 base, but I do have this card, which gives me +2 healing. So it ends up actually being for 4, although I happen to be at 2 less than full health, so awkward. And then we also heal someone else for 5. Civ is one of the last bastions of not fucking a thing up for money. They do more DLC stuff now, which I guess is like a relatively happy medium between like you can't make more money after you release the game and we are filling the game with microtransactions. I don't know. Sometimes with Civ, it's like you're paying $6 for one new leader, and it feels a little like, didn't I already buy this game? It's pretty good though. I've got a loot card. What's our loot card? I've gotten 2 coins. Wonderful. Okay, so my Deathwalker like can't do anything because if I move forward, I just get shot in the face. I don't want that. So I may honestly just pass. Like, the cards I have are just not good to play. Alright, now the August Archers go. First, this one goes. It is attacking for 6 damage on my Drifter. It drew the crit, so it's attacking for 12 damage. My Drifter has to burn a card. August Archers are fucked up. They are like, that's just kind of wild. That just happened. Cool, reasonable, well done. Okay, what card should I burn? I'm gonna burn Relentless, which is a lasting card which I could use to give myself Retaliate against enemies within 2 range. Anyway, fortunately the other one isn't doing anything. And now my other people get to move. Those cards sure don't do anything right now. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm moving here. I think next turn I probably have to short rest to get Javelin back, so I can pull the Elite Archer into me over the trap. Guess Javelin's a pretty good card, who knew? Alright, Bone Shaper. First the skeleton moves. Then we move. I'm going to use the bottom half of this to just move forward 2, and then the top half of this hits that thing for... Ooh, I just realized I am going to lose track of my banner. It's okay. We can come back for it. Ugh, coming back for it. That's not what I want. Anyway, we're going to hit this with poison. We're hitting for 2. -1. Channel Earth. Takes 1 damage and gets poisoned. End of round. At the end of round, I'm allowed to short rest to reclaim my cards if I feel so inclined. Usually I'd wait until I was out of cards, but like, I don't feel like these are doing it, so we're gonna do an early short rest with the Banner Spear. Shuffle these up and lose a random card. It is Javelin. Okay. Pay 1 health to lose a different random card. It is Unbreakable Wall. Javelin was the entire point. I need this pull next turn. Nobody else needs to be resting, though. So I need to start my turn with the bottom half of Javelin. I think the top half of Deflecting Maneuver. All attacks targeting you this round gain disadvantage. We move here. Or even move here, maybe. Pull this into here. And then we are the thing that they target with disadvantage. And I have like 8 health or something. There's no way I die, right? Right? How could I? There's no way they can kill you from 8 health in 1 attack. I just refuse to believe it. Maybe we go kind of slow with our Bone Shaper and use the bottom half of Transfer Essence to heal whoever takes a billion damage this turn, because somebody's probably going to get hit pretty hard. And Deathwalker could move 4 and just do a regular melee attack, I guess. These 2 cards are good, and Drifter should be able to take advantage of this getting pulled out of position somehow. Oh wait, I don't even move. I just stand still and pull it to there, and then Drifter moves up 2. Okay. Let's do it like this. This is already round what? 5? Ew. The archers are moving at 29. They do have a move, and then they have an attack at range 5, which immobilizes. I think that's really bad for me. My Drifter couldn't have gone faster, though. It's just like, this is going to walk backwards away from the Drifter, so my Drifter doesn't actually get an attack anymore. Oh, I could use a special thing on Fortitude to make it a ranged attack. Alright. Banner Spear stands still. Pulls this archer here. Spike Trap is consumed, deals 3 damage. And Deflecting Maneuver is going to attack for 3 damage because of poison. And then all attacks targeting me this round are going to gain disadvantage -1 modifier. Too bad. Okay, archers. First, the elite goes. It'll walk back and then target my Banner Spear. +2 or +0. Thanks to disadvantage, I'm saving 2 health. It does attack for 5 default. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it has -1 on the attack though. And I'm immobilized. And then this also attacks range 5, so it doesn't have to move. Again, with disadvantage, -1 or -1. This is a regular enemy, so only attacks for 4 default. 1, 2, 3. We're on 1 HP. Gorgeous. Love that for us. Drifter goes. Yeah, I'll just move with Crushing Weight. 1, 2. And then use the like alt text on Fortitude. Before applying any other bonuses, move the character token on one of your persistent abilities forward 1 slot to get 2 extra range. Not 2 extra range, 1 extra range, I guess. Because we move it past an experience slot, we get an experience, and we're attacking this for 3 +1 from poison. Wrong character, sorry. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. +1. So 3, 4, 5 damage. 1 health. Bone Shaper goes. Skeleton starts. Skeleton walks here and gets an attack for. I think I just hit for 5. Anyway, more than enough to kill. Then my Bone Shaper actually goes. I can grant a summon, a move, and attack. Go. Go, my skeleton. Kill them all. +1. Not bad. 1, 2, 3. 4 health. And then I have 5 health to an ally within 3 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 damage to me. Channels darkness. Cool. I don't think that removes immobilize, but let me check the rulebook. Because like sometimes it actually does. Targeted abilities heal page 29. A single heal can remove any combination of wound, brittle, bane, and poison. No, that does not remove immobilized. Okay, Bone Shaper is done. Deathwalker moves at 86. I can move 4 and then make an attack. Well, 4 is not far enough. Let's move here, pick up the 2 loot, and I'll just use the top half of Rest in the Shade, which heals me and all allies on shadows for 2. So my Bone Shaper heals 2. And that's the round. Oh, 2 loot. Got a metal and a metal. I'm gonna have so much loot when I get to town. This is the second mission in a row since I last went to town. Okay, if Drifter wants a turn, we're going to have to short rest. I'm pretty sure I'm doing okay with that. Banner Spear is just like not in range and is immobilized, so I can't really do anything. None of my attacks go that far. I can play Regroup, which is a decent heal. Play it on myself, honestly. I could summon Charles Reinforcement. Maybe it would matter. If they do an attack for 2 targets, they could attack Charles Reinforcement as well as the skeleton. Feels okay. I'm feeling like my skeleton will do okay against the archer without me worrying too much about other people doing stuff. If I want to long rest, I think I can get away with a long rest just fine. What's your rule? Dawdler. Oh, I forgot. I'm pretty sure I failed that. I just completely forgot I was trying to do this. It would be very surprising if I hadn't failed that. Yeah, I think that's failed. Long rest or short rest? If I short rest, I get to move this turn. Trying to work out what I would do if I moved this turn. I could just move up and shoot it. Okay, the short rest. I am losing Rest in the Shade. That's fine. It's the little healing card that I used at the end of last turn. Somewhere in here, I am sure I have a ranged attack. No? Okay. There's Anger of the Dead. I guess it works. Can I move 4? Or 3? Okay, we can do that. I'll leave the shadow on the map and not consume it. I get 1 more damage from Strength of the Abyss later. Yeah. Deathwalker's doing something. Bone Shaper's doing something. You're doing something. Drifter. A long rest to get Wing Chus back, maybe? Actually, if the goal is to get to that door as fast as possible, long resting to get wing shoes so I can just like jump over the obstacle, I guess kind of makes the most sense. Ooh, a nice thing about summoning Charles Reinforcement is actually I can send Charles Reinforcement to go walk onto the spike trap. That's funny, but also true. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just long rest. Alright, the archer is moving at 32 initiative. It'll walk backwards and probably kill the skeleton, you would think, if it's not dead already. Butlow, how are you? A Call of Doom will rechannel Dark as I move 3. And then I have an attack for 2. Plus 0. And a loot token. Something I forgot to check. Somebody's searching for the oak. You. So when you get wood, you get closer to finishing your quest. Have I really not gotten any yet? I haven't noted that I got any yet. I guess I haven't gotten any yet. Alright, cool. Well, that quest's going well. Yeah, you're done. Banner Spear is immobile, so can't move, but can regroup on self for 2 health and regeneration. Regeneration heals me for 1 at the start of each of my turns. And then we will summon our reinforcement right there. It's like whatever. It's very much whatever. I get an experience for doing it. Nice. Worth. Alright, Algox Archer moves back from the skeleton and shoots it. +1. It's hitting for 5 to start, 6 in the end. The dead skeleton. Turn. Bone Shaper. So I no longer have any summons to do something. You know, Charles Reinforcement is just in the way. I guess I'll unsummon Charles Reinforcement already. You're allowed to do that. You can unsummon whenever you want. Okay, I'm gonna move 4 and summon a skeleton. I don't really have a turn next turn, but by putting a skeleton there, if it attacks before I go, if I'm moving faster than my Deathwalk, I won't be. Huh. Interesting. I'm not allowed to short rest either. I have to long rest. Well, wait, I'm at 2 health. I can't make a skeleton. I would die. I guess I just won't do anything. What's the game called? It is called Frosthaven. Yeah, you're looking for the Frosthaven enhanced workshop content for Tabletop Simulator. That's how you get it. It is pretty confusing to get going if you've never played the board game, but it comes with the rulebook. You can right-click on this and search it and get the rulebook out of it. Wait, no, right-click on this and search it and get the rulebook out of it. I already pulled the rulebook out. And then you can read it all. Frosthaven rulebook. See, there's really barely anything here at all. This is one of the cool things. It's a legacy game, so they don't even tell you all of the rules. I don't even know what all the rules are because I didn't unlock them yet. It's impossible to say. Okay. So we're long resting, which means we lose some sort of card. Lose sustained momentum. Yeah, unfortunately, we're down one card over where we would normally be with Drifter. I wouldn't have had to rest there if I hadn't had to burn that card earlier. But that'll happen sometimes, I guess. Let's play a Draining Arrows, which is a move for 3. And some sort of attack. If you kill an enemy with the attack ability, I get to move a persistent token back on one of my cards. Seems good. That should kill the archer. On the off chance it doesn't, placing another shadow on the board seems pretty good. And maybe we also use Shadow Step to walk forward to that shadow. No, because I want to place it by the door. It has 2 health. I used the bottom half of Fluid Knight to move and then just hit it with Forceful Spirits, consuming the dark. Gives me an experience, which is nice. Nice to get experience on Deathwalker, because Deathwalker, I think, tends to trail behind the other characters on experience. We are long resting with our Necromancer. And I am allowed to move now with my Banner Spear. The question is, do I want to go back and get the Banner of Strength? I kind of do. I think it might be too much work. I'm not getting the loot. I'm bringing my banner, which lets me hit for +1 damage on attacks if I'm within range of it. The thing is, it's just gonna die anyway. We have to fight bosses in the next room. No, I think we just go for it. Let's just get in there. Never used my poison dagger. I guess I still have it for next stream then. You're long resting, or did you already long rest? No, you're long resting now. All right, start round. The archer is going after all my people, so it's probably dead. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to use my boots to fly. Then I'm just using the default melee attack for 2. It's a crit miss. All right. Oh, still not dead. Wait a second. Just realized something. I have look, the spike trap's in the way, and wait, didn't you long rest? You long rested. That untapped. All right. I'm going to go stand on the spike trap. It's not my proudest moment. Take 3. I'm adjacent to exactly 1 enemy, so I get to move this backwards 1. So it's like I only took 1 because I get 2 more health from this card because of what I did. And then Bloodletting hits for 3, -2. Is the enemy poisoned? He didn't die? Ah! The enemy's not poisoned. It didn't die. Oh my god. It's still alive. Okay, that's too bad. If Bloodletting kills, I get to move a card back. Anyway, I also have a different character who can kill it. Maybe that character will kill it? I don't know. Why isn't this working? We get to use Forceful Spirits, Consuming the Dark. It attacks for 3. Cool. Dead. What's a mechanic that governs the cards that can be played? So you have a selection of cards and you create a deck of them for each mission. It says here on the characters how many cards they have. This one starts with 11 cards each mission. This one starts with 12. And then every turn you play 2 cards out of your hand. You get to choose one that's for the initiative value and one that isn't. And you play the top half of one of them and the bottom half of the other. You get to decide when your character actually goes in the turn order, whether you want the top half of Deadly Shot and the bottom half of Prudent Preparation, or the other way around. So depending on how the turn's going, you can change what you planned to do. Or you can plan to have options, depending on, you know. Also, you can always use the top half of this for an attack for 2 at melee, and the bottom half of this for a move for 2. That's always available on all the cards. And then once you've played them, they go in your discard pile usually, and once all your cards are in your discard pile, you have to rest to get them back. So, the Elvice Archer is dead. Bone Shaper is about to long rest, which means I heal for 2, and I choose a card to lose. What cards are not good at boss fighting? Maybe this one. That card's gone for the rest of the mission, and I get these cards back to keep going. You're welcome, Sassy Waifu. In an hour, I will be leaving to watch fast cars go around a track in circles. Actually, the track looks kind of fire for this one. I expect some people to go off track on corner, whichever the one is that they kept on hitting the gravel and qualifying. I don't know if we have any Formula 1 fans in chat. Okay, so this room's all done, really. Oh, you should have regened last turn and I missed it. I'm leaving that banner there. That's too bad. We have to continue because eventually I will run out of cards entirely. So you're going to use the 2 cards that you have. I think... What's the initiative you're moving at? 32 with tiebreaker 69. So this is 32 with tiebreaker. $31? 71. I'll just go after you. That's fine. I want to get Crushing Weight in play, so my melee attacks actually deal damage. Actually, because of that, I think I might want Deadly Shot. No, because I should only need to like poison once, really. And I have a poison dagger. Okay, never mind. This should be in my discard pile because my skeleton's dead, so it's in my hand now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still have 10 cards, so I get 5 full turns before I have to reclaim. That's good. Moving up and summoning a skeleton seems very sensible to me. The only move 4 I have is one of my summoned skeletons. I guess I'll just use that. My Deathwalker. We're gonna make some shadow hexes. So that my like Strength of the Abyss hits really hard, etc. It sounds like a F1 morning. I'm not sure the pun quite works. But a solid attempt. Alright. Banner Spear. Opens the door. We're gonna use the bottom half of Combined Effort, I think. Yeah, seems right. I mean, I'm probably not using pincer movement then. That's fine. Bottom half of combined effort. First movement opens this door. Should they be level 1? Are they level 1? Did I say 1? Oh, it's just that they are the first of their type of model. Boss fight. When the doors open, we read 75.1. Wait, why is there like also 15 point something? If the Snow Dancer is dead, if Frozen Fist is dead, okay. 75.1. With the final group of guards dispatched, you move forward into the heart of the mountain. The central chamber opens like a cavernous maw, ice and blood and bodies writhing in battle. In the center of the room hangs an enormous shard of pearlescent ice. And for a moment, you simply stare at it. The shard rotates slowly in the air, held aloft by some otherworldly means. Clearly, a great power does reign here. Your Algok's companion steps forward, throwing looks of both terror and relief from those already in combat. Their eyes move over the chamber floor and lock onto the large figure standing on their side. The huge Algox who has just emerged from another passage, the other chieftain, who tilts their head back and releases a long, angry roar. Your companion roars back, and the two chiefs charge and crash near the center of the room, blasting open a gap in the battle. Both are clearly more skilled than the other fighters, and each moves with a surety gained from authority. Thunder cracks around the Snow Speaker, and the Ice Speaker bludgeons the air and ground with brutal strikes. You only get a few moments to observe the fight before you notice that several of the combatants are waiting to see what you do. But you can afford to wait no longer. If you're going to buy security for Frosthaven, you'll have to help finish this fight. It's time to pick a side. That is the one I was meant to read. I'm not meant to read that one. The Frozen Fist and Snow Dancer are enemies to both you and each other. Draw a separate boss monster ability card for each one each round. All other monsters cannot focus on or target either boss in any way, and vice versa. If either boss dies and the scenario goal is not fulfilled, the scenario is lost. So the scenario goal, again, is we need one boss to be dead, and the characters and character summons who have collectively dealt damage to that boss to at least half its maximum hit point value rounded up. We need to kill one of them, and we need to have been heavily involved in its death. The last time I did this scenario, I killed the Snow Dancer. It has less health. That's mostly why, I think. What is that? It can't be on fire? I don't even know what that status is. Can you poison it? Oh, that one can't be poisoned either. This one can be poisoned. Okay. We get to see what they're doing. You think that's wound? Well, I can't wound it, so I guess that makes sense. So poison's a big deal. If we're thinking about which one's easier to kill, the fact that this one can be poisoned is worth probably somewhere close to the same amount as the fact that it has 12 more health. There's also a chest to pick up. Can I read what they do? Snow Dancer. These are, okay, cool. So these are its 2 moves. The boss stack has 8 cards. 3 of them make it do Lingering Strength, which is an AoE which muddles. It has 6 attack, so those would be hitting for 5. 3 of them hit 2 targets for 7 and push them 2. And then it also has, the boss deck has like a do nothing and something else. Where's the boss deck? It's not do nothing. It's do like something that isn't super special, which ends up functionally feeling like doing nothing. Special one, twin shots is 2 attacks at range, and nothing special is a movement attack. So like nothing special is so much less threatening than everything else there. All right. How are you supposed to win this? Well, I have 4 characters, and also they fight each other. They do fight each other as well. We should find out what the Snow Dancer and Frozen Fist are doing. How do I even do that? Snow Dancer. No, they each get 1 card. Fuck. How do I... Which one was for who? Snow Dancer is listed first. So 79 is for Snow Dancer. And 85 is for Frozen Fist. In this instance, they're mostly the same thing, right? Except that Snow Dancer, let's see. All right. I want you to target not me, ideally. I don't know if I can make that happen. I think you are targeting me. Shit. Oh, I get 1 more regen. Special 1. Okay. Doesn't do a great job of like making it easy for you to understand what's going on, does it? What's the Frozen Fist doing on its turn? It is moving, and then it's attacking and stunning, and it hits for like 13. Okay, so we're going to kill this one. We're going to kill this one because it's already on like 2 health. Good shit. That's the one I killed last time as well. This just hits way harder. It feels very unfair. Anyway, this is going to try to AoE me. Drifter and Deathwalker both move before it. And I have 1 move left on the top half of this, and then 2 allies get to move as well. But I think... I mean, I kind of want to, like, spread them out. Maybe if we do it like this, it's okay? And we'll get them hitting my Drifter. Which is probably fine. What do you do this turn? You move in. 1, 2, 3. Poison a thing. 1, 2, 3, like that. Poison it. And then place down 3 shadows, including one underneath where you're standing, I guess. Okay. 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 Yeah, this is okay. I'm just gonna keep saying that as though it's true. Your turn's done. You did your move, and the other card doesn't do anything. I should change where my picture-in-picture is so I can actually like use it to play the game. All right. Yeah, if they were both against me, I would sure just die. But they are fighting each other. So Drifter moves 4. I'm gonna move to here. And then we're using the top half of Crushing Weight. This is another one of the persistent cards. And I might as well use my amulet of heal myself for 1, which is actually 3. right now. Why not? Okay. Deathwalker is going to move in and apply... Oh, we can't poison this one, can we? Yeah, it's immune to poison. Okay, well, that makes that move less good. Oh, maybe I just move to here then, if I can't poison it anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. And that way we're not getting AoE'd is kind of the point. Maybe even move here, so I'm closer to the treasure. Creed is good. We get to place 3 shadows on hexes within 3 range. I'm gonna put 1 underneath myself because I get to make enemies have disadvantage in their attacks. 1 underneath the Snow Dancer. And probably 1 here because that just seems sensible. I don't know. Why not? After all. Cool, your turn's done. Alright, Snow Dancer goes. So Snow Dancer is doing 79, which is Lingering Strength. We move first, and then we have an attack at range. You're going to move there. Attack targets the Drifter. Only it's -1 damage. You have default attack of 6, so it's attacking for 5 and muddling. We draw a modifier. It's a curse. My Drifter takes no damage, but is confused. I would be confused too. All right, cool. Bone Shaper goes. I think Bone Shaper is moving 4 and making a skeleton, if I remember right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 skeleton. Take 2 damage, gain an experience. Snow Dancer. No, Snow Dancer's done. Frozen Fist. Frozen Fist is doing special 1. Frozen Fist's special 1 is Lingering Strength. We move up to 4. We attack for 12 plus 1 damage, and we stun. I think this is immune to stun. Yeah. But it still attacks for 13. Plus 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. Alright. I have to deal half of its health before it's dead. Keep in mind. So the scenario ends when one of these dies. It's gonna be Snow Dancer. That ship has sailed already. I have to make sure that I've dealt 34 damage to it by then. End of round. Oh, also, like this card goes back here now because they shuffle. This card says when you draw it, you shuffle the deck. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw the cards myself. So when I press start round, it's going to draw cards for me. I'm just going to ignore those, put them back in the deck, and then draw the cards myself. Well, maybe we say the first one goes to Frozen Fest, since it's first if you're reading from top left to the bottom right. I'll just do it that way. So this is immune to wound and poison, which means I am like a little bit limited in terms of things I can do to make it die faster. But I suppose moving and hitting it for 5, and then moving and then hitting it for 5 is probably a pretty good turn. I also move, hit it for 5, move, hit it for 4, hit it for 4. That seems even better. Yeah, let's go for that. I don't think there's any reason to worry about burning cards at this point. Like, the mission will be over in probably 3 rounds. We don't have to worry about saving cards at all. We are going to short rest with that in mind. Ever exit a hex adjacent to it? I still haven't done that. Good. Losing regroup, that is completely fine. Hitting it with a javelin, probably pretty good. Javelin's just a pretty good card. Wait, we have one shambling skeleton in play. I want to make another, probably? I'm kind of on 2 health though. This looks like the most damage I can deal. There is loot there. Maybe I'll walk over and pick up the loot. Probably. I think I can get away with it. Deathwalker has a bunch of shadows on the ground now, so we can go... I think I can move 6 on the bottom half of this card to get the treasure whenever I want, probably. So if I go... This turn, Shadow Step and Call to the Abyss. Shadow Step gets me next to the enemy and hits it. Call to the Abyss makes another shadow. Then I have 5 shadows in play. Next turn, this will hit for 6. I can like run away or something with this. I don't know. I'll have 50 initiative. Will be kind of awkward. And then I reclaim and go run and get the treasure on the final-ish round. Did it do it right this time? Okay. Special 1, or special 2 rather, for Frozen Fist. What's that one? Accelerated power. It shields itself for 2, it moves, and it attacks 3 targets. That's a lot of targets. Alright, what's the other one, Dale? $79. That's what you did last time, the AoE thing. Okay, Banner Spear is the lowest initiative here. And then this is going. This is going to move to here and hit the Snow Dancer and the Drifter. Unless I stop it from doing that somehow. I don't see how I could possibly achieve that. Okay, Banner Spear is going to move into the room. And throw a javelin. Hitting for, I guess, just 3. Does hit for 3. I should have, like, the ability to make notes here. 3. Okay, so I can track how much I've done that way. Is there a better way to do it? This will work. Actually, there's a notes interface here. It's so tiny. 3 out of 34 damage to a Snow Dancer. I've channeled air, and we have ended our turn. So now we have the Frozen Fist going. The Frozen Fist is going to move. Is going to shield itself for 2 first. Then it's going to move and is going to attack 3 targets. I can actually decide if it attacks my Deathwalker or my... Oh, this doesn't stun. Okay. It does hit for 12 though. We'll have it hit my Drifter. Okay. First is going to hit the Snow Dancer for 12 again. Little concerning, to be honest. I think it's okay, though, because it won't really hit it anymore. I think I can separate them at this point. It's hit for 25. It's allowed to hit for... It's not allowed to hit for more than 34. So actually, if it hit again, I'd kind of be shit out of luck. But it should be okay because the Snow Dash is going to walk backwards in order to make its attack, and then I can get in between the two of them, at which point the Frozen Fist won't be hitting the Snow Dancer anymore. Frozen Fist is also hitting my Drifter. +1 on that one. Alright, well, I'm burning a card. Goodbye, Unbreakable. Wait, Bone Shaper's turn. Fuck, I don't remember. I think the skeleton has to attack the lower initiative enemy in the same way that the enemies choose to attack your lower initiative person. But I'm not certain? Somewhere in here we will have summons. Somewhere in here we will have summons. It was a lie. We won't have summons. Anybody remember? I would obviously like my skeleton to attack summon figure 31. Summon is a positive ability that adds other allied figures to the map, known as summons. Character summon is considered to be a persistent bonus. Okay. You go directly before their summoner. They obey automated monster rules, performing +0/+0. See page 41. Alright, so yeah, they have to attack this one, unfortunately. Also, immediately after attacking it, my skeleton's just gonna die, because it's going to walk backwards and blow it up. Well, -2. We have dealt 0 damage. Alright, Bone Shaper now gets to grant one of my summons an attack for +1 damage. So that one I can choose to target at the Snow Dancer. -1. So 2. And then I can move 2 and grant my summon a move of 2. Actually, that's huge, because now they don't kill the skeleton anymore. I guess here? I guess here? Just trying to understand how this turn it has is gonna go. I'm trying to make it only hit 2 targets. This and my Drifter. Actually, my Drifter can move. Can I get it to only hit 1 target? How far does my Drifter move? Oh, forever. My Deathwalker is gonna get hit no matter what I do then. That's okay. My Deathwalker can get hit and my Drifter doesn't. Not true. I don't think that's true either. Okay. It's fine. I've worked it out. This goes here, and this goes here, and this goes here, and then it hits. Does it hit itself? I don't think it hits itself in that scenario, does it? Let's read about area of effect. I'm not sure if area of effect is meant to be placed on top of yourself. This is something I've actually never looked up, I don't think. So, area of effect 22. Hi. Okay. Hey. Zephyr is making a strange male sound, like he has a hairball or something, maybe. Concerning. Yes, he has a hairball. All right, wonderful. Just a sec. Zephyr has been eating leaves. Well done, Zephyr. Just kind of feel like if he didn't eat leaves, his digestion would do better. I wonder if he's considered that. All right, I think the skeleton being here is okay. How many cards do you have? You can mostly just lose cards anyway. I don't want. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it there. That's my Bone Shaper's turn. +1 loot. So after Bone Shaper, we have Deathwalker. Deathwalker is making a shadow somewhere within 2 range. And then we are moving to a shadow and attacking for 3. +1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nine out of 34 damage. All right, my Drifter. My Drifter is confused, which means I'm getting disadvantage on all of my attacks this turn. I'm gonna go here, I think. Does that work? Go as fast as 17? What's the fastest I can go? I need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. 11, 14, or 7. Okay, I need to make sure that this is safe from that attack. I can do that using my Banner Spear next turn. Okay. That seems like the more important thing than other stuff. So I am now attacking for 5 with disadvantage. -1, 4. Then I can move 2 if I want, but that's fine. I don't need to. This card is burned because I used a burn part of the card. And then this, again, Attacking for 4 twice. 1, 2, 3, 2 experience. They're still with disadvantage. I got a +2 or a crit. That's pretty good. That's 6. And a -1, so that's another 3. We're at 22 out of a required 34. Drifter's turn is done. Now the Snow Dancer goes. The Snow Dancer is trying to target this. It'll move 1 tile in order to make an attack on that without disadvantage. And now it will target its attack in order to hit. Oh, my drifter is no longer muddled, by the way. In order to hit this plus as many other enemies as possible. And it's like an AoE hexagon. I don't know if it's allowed to be in the circle or not. I don't know if it can center it here, in which case it hits itself. I don't know. But another thing it could do instead is center it here, and that hits 3 enemies without having to hit itself. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to draw a modifier for this, which has 2 defense. I rolled a crit miss anyway. Hit the skeleton for dead, and hit the Deathwalker with disadvantage. It has base attack of 6. This attack is -1, so 5, and then -1 from the modifier. Deathwalker is at 2 and has disadvantage. I'm going to see Royal Otis. I'm very excited. Very excited. Okay. If I could deal 12 more damage to it, that would be cool. Can I deal 12 more damage to it? So my thought was, if I move at 6 initiative and put my Banner Spear here, I no longer have to worry about Frozen Fist killing this. Unless it gets through all of my units first, which, like, it's not going to do that, is it? So I'll do that and use Combined Effort to make a big attack. And at 6 initiative, that should be fine. And then my Drifter can continue brawling. I no longer have a skeleton, which makes my Bone Shaper a lot worse. Like, a lot worse. I'm also at 2 health. So I kind of can't summon a skeleton. I don't think there's a great thing to do other than gain 1 health and make a skeleton, but, like, it sure isn't a very good turn. And my Deathwalker is going to Strength of the Abyss at 50 initiative. Or isn't. I don't know. 52 initiative for Frozen. Oh, we were meant to shuffle. I'm sorry, I need to redo it. Alright. For the first one, we have special 1 at 79. And for the second one, we have special 1 at 85. Alright, they're going slow. This is using the AoE attack again. And this is using its single target absolutely murder something, which is, you know, fine. Mostly fine. Okay. So Banner Spear goes first. We run up here. We hit this for a crit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've dealt 28 to it. I need to deal 34, keep in mind. That's your turn. Oh, you got an experience. Drifter. Gonna attack for 5. 3. 31 out of 34. I can move or heal someone. I'll throw a heal your way. Bone Shaper is going to heal self 1 and then make a skeleton. It is a significantly worse turn than everybody else's turn was. Is that fair? And then Deathwalker. I've just realized that I can't actually attack with you. You know what I can do, though? Once during each of your move or attack abilities, you can remove a shadow within 3 to gain an experience and add +2 to one of your attacks. It's kind of awkward, but I'm going to use the bottom half of this as a persistent card. I'm going to use the top half of Wave of Anguish, which gives me an experience. And then I'm going to remove this shadow from the map to make my attack with Wave of Anguish deal 2 extra damage. And we are confused, so we're attacking for 5. -1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough. That is 35 out of a required 34 damage. So the mission doesn't end yet, but now if Snowdancer dies, I do win the mission. Now the enemies get a turn. So first Frozen Fist goes and hits my Banner Spear for a trillion. +1. This also has stun on it, right? Oh, also it channels Frost. I don't think that's mattered yet, but I did miss it last time. Okay, that's dead. And then Snowdancer goes and he's going to target Banner Spear with this AoE thing. We're hitting 3 people at once. We'll do Banner Spear first. +1, so that's 6. And confused. And no longer regenerating. And then we'll do our Deathwalker. -2, so that's a 3 total, I think. And then Drifter. +0, so that's a 5 total. And then the Frozen Fist. 5 total again. It's no longer at full health. 30 back. Thanks for 41 months. Yeah. So like I can run away so that this will kill it, or I can try to kill it myself. I guess I will short rest here. Using Call of Doom is fine. I'm gonna go Anger of the Dead for 14 initiative mostly. Also, it like hits really hard, but largely for 14 initiative. And then, whoa, I forgot to take these cards back. All right, let's start the turn from scratch then. Did feel like I should have more cards than I did. Shadow Step I actually don't want to lose. So I will lose 1 health to redraw. Lose Fearful Spirits, that's fine. I want to Shadow Step to move 6. And I will Anger of the Dead because it is also good damage or whatever. With my Bone Shaper, we are going to, I don't really know. I don't know. We'll do this based on extremely little. The cards seem fine. I'm actually gonna short rest here. Like, it's a little bit weird. It's the second time this mission that I've short rested before I've needed to. But the reason is I'm very likely to have to burn cards anyway with Banner Spear, and so having cards in hand is worth quite a lot. Because if you burn cards from discard, you burn 2 instead of 1. Drifter kind of running out of stuff. Also, my Vanisher is not allowed to leave this tile next to Frozen Fist, or else I fail at Duelist. Important to keep in mind. I don't think I've short rested with my Necromancer. I already failed that other one. Alright. Sure feels like I used to have more cards, doesn't it? It's fine. We used the cards to try to end the mission, and mostly succeeded. Alright, start round. I need to, presumably, yeah, we need to do this all manually. So for the Frozen Fist, we have a 36 initiative, nothing special, and for the Snow Dancer, we have a 52 initiative twin shots. Oh, neither of them are using their special abilities. So first up, Banner Spear is not allowed to leave the tile next to the Frozen Fist, but can shoot the Snow Dancer with a Javelin. I am confused. I'll take a -1, hit it for 2. And then, I mean, I'm not allowed to move. I'm no longer confused, though. Next, Deathwalker. Deathwalker is having a pretty cool turn. We're going to use Anger of the Dead. I'm going to remove 1 shadow to get +1 damage and +1 range on that. And then I'm also going to remove 1 shadow for the bottom half of Strength of the Abyss to get +2 damage on it. So it's hitting for 5. I am confused. -1, 4. The answer is down to 2 health. And then I'm just going to leave. I'm going to move 6 onto this treasure. And I'm going to place a shadow in the tile I have moved to. That gave me 2 experience. And also I opened the treasure. The treasure this time, gain Horn of Command blueprint number 76. So locked items, search, 76. That work? Nope. Horn of Command. I gained the blueprint? What does that mean? Does that mean they just go in available items? I'm guessing it means they go in available items. Okay. Drifter now. Drifter is allowed to move. And we have an attack for 5. With disadvantage for 4 kills. Oh no. I'm not getting the loot. Restart? Restart, maybe? Are you gonna vomit again, Zephyr? Please stop vomiting. Please no more vomits. The rest of the turn doesn't matter, I don't think. The mission's over. There's no way for me to get that loot. Is there? Grant one of your summons loot? One? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Honestly, I didn't even know bosses dropped loot. I didn't think they did. And then the enemy will go, and it will do nothing special and hit Verna for infinity again. I'll lose a card. End of battle. It is 6:52. I timed that really nicely. If the Snow Dancer is dead, read 15.2. A blood-curdling howl, a bitter shift in the air, one last fading flurry from the Snowspeaker, and the battle is over. The aged Snowspeaker chief collapses to the ground, lifeless, and the chamber grows still. Sweat evaporates from your forehead, and all around the battle-worn ice speakers look on, and the surviving Snowspeakers flee. A low voice rises up. A good fight, Warmbloods, the voice says, resounding off the icy walls. It's the Ice Speaker chief, looking much worse for wear. He grasps his ribs, most of his weight settled on one leg. His face, though, shows not pain but curiosity. You helped us defeat these invaders, and for that I am thankful. But why did you do it? Why would you set foot in our sacred mountain and risk the wrath of our god Garyu? It's the first chance you've really had to think about it, but you figure honesty is the best option here. You explain that you've been sent from Frosthaven on a mission to secure the town's safety, and that you had hoped, by fighting in a battle, that you might forge some sort of treaty with his tribe. No, Chief Elland! The humans defiled the sacred clearing, one of the Yogos roars, incredulous. These are their strongest warriors, shouts a priest. We can kill them easily. Garyu has brought them to us to help defend our home, Elland shouts back at his surviving kin. To kill them now would be to go against his will. In return for their aid, we will allow their town to stand for now. With this proclamation, this entire mountain rumbles, and a fear crosses Alan's face. They're at the summit! An Algark scout rushes into the cavern in a pure panic. A powerful snow speaker is performing a ritual. They intend to bring down the whole mountain. Alan turns to you. This clan is not on your side, but with continued help, maybe they can be. So you must climb, the chief growls. You must go up to the peak and find the snow speaker. Cast them down so the wolves may eat their flesh. It will take them some time, so you may leave and prepare. We will stop them from leaving the peak until you return to prove your friendship. He nods at the rightness of his words, and then, considering you for a moment longer, decides on something else. He claps an enormous hand down on your shoulder, nearly bringing you to the ground. And I shall send the champion to aid in this trial, he says, his eyes wide and fiery, to ensure it is successful. I got a class box, I got a new scenario, and I immediately read 63.1. Hold on. Class box, class unlock, unlock class, fist. Cool. One class unlocked. Oh my god, that made the game lag so much. New scenario avalanche. So I guess over here, avalanche. I did get this treasure, right? Oh, there's a random treasure in the loot deck, which I didn't get. Oh no, that could be a random item. Disaster. Oh well, I didn't get it. That's fine. Immediately read 63.1. Finished with the Algox Mountain, you head back to Frosthaven to plan your next move. There you find Satha speaking with a downtrodden populace, still reeling from the latest attack they barely survived. A few new support beams here and there patch up some of the walls and will be sure as snow in no time. You'll see, she says with a wink. No frost or fire in the world will keep us down for long. Her enthusiasm is met with minimal recognition as the residents continue to sift through the rubble. You grab the mare long enough to make a report of your time with the Algox. The sea have mercy, she snorts, slightly surprised. This internal struggle with the Algox explains a lot. But at least it sounds like you've made strong progress towards getting at least one group to stop attacking us, so that's something. We've had some troubling developments of our own while you've been gone, the mayor continues. Some of the watchmen have reported lurkers, of all things, on the outskirts of the territory. I reckon since you made it safely back to town, you might go out and check on those damned crabs for me. Better get a handle on them before they show up at our door. She punches you on the arm and then begins to walk away. Oh, actually, she stops and turns back. There was one more thing. The scouting party came back recently and reported seeing some strange metal constructs marching through the wastes. The scouts tracked them east through the Whitefire Wood and then into some frozen valley, but couldn't follow beyond that, so you might as well have a look at that too. You rub some of your bruises from the Elgux altercation and nod. Good, Satha chirps. And while you're doing that, we'll keep rebuilding the town. I'm sure you can already tell, but the north isn't exactly hospitable, so we need to get Frosthaven back on its feet as soon as we can. That means we need all the resources we can find. So while you're out there, see if you can collect some lumber, metal, and hides to help us out. See willing, we'll be able to rebuild this outpost before winter, because if we don't, then there's no hope for any of us. We add 156.1 to the calendar in 4 weeks. Calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 156.1. We gain a morale and a prosperity. Prosperity? Boop. Morale? Boop. We get scenario 7 and scenario 8. 7, 8. Crystal Trench and Edge of the World. Oh, this game's so cool. Also, I could maybe note that I have completed Heart of the Ice. All right. Now, if only I could remember how I end a mission. I think what we found out was it was fine to go game setup scenario 1. I do feel like that did not remove the -1s from my deck. So this one, this one. Quite the big game / scenario, very intriguing. Hell yeah. It's a very large game. -1. -1. Alright, we got rid of the attack modifiers. Now, this is giving you too much experience. Into -4 from everyone. Which means I am not getting level ups. And then we do the loot. 4 gold. A rock root. There just weren't that many enemies in this one, so far less loot. A lumber, metal, 2 metal. Wait, that's the loot done. Oh, combat goals. I successfully did Tormentor. One more check toward a perk. I never exited a hex adjacent to an enemy. Another perk for Verna. You can't ignore scenario effects at all. Unreasonable. At the end of each of your long rests, grant an ally within 3 range a move of 2. I kind of feel like that would be good. Alternately, we can go for like just making our deck better. Now that we have 2 of these cards that add +1 for each ally adjacent to the target, Uh, Turning a -1 into a redraw feels like it would be actually very good. So this gives me 1 shield and then draws another card when I get it. Reminds you of the days-long Talisman games. I think I played Talisman like once or something. Right, we get a... What did I get? 1 shield and redraw. He's AM. Cool. You never short rested. And you actually failed at your battle goal, unfortunately. I just forgot that I was meant to be doing it and failed it. It was awkward. How do I make this go away? Like that. Okay. We can say we won this mission. And whoops. Those were meant to be. Look, they're over there now. They're just slowly going to get more and more bullshit everywhere. Like this is here now. I don't know. Let's just not talk about it. That's there. It's best not to acknowledge that this is happening, I think. You remain still. They won't notice you. Did I do any of this stuff? Build, not destroy. Experience the construction of 12 different buildings or building upgrades. I've definitely done one of these. Searching for the oak. I still haven't found a log. Merchant class. I mean, that's just lots of stuff. I don't have that yet. Team building. We might do that in town. What mouse do I have? I have whatever the vertical mouse is by Logitech that you used to get as the first result of a Google search for ergonomic mouse. The murder of Corvids returns to town. Outpost phase, passage of time. The first thing that happens is we click that. Week 2 is over. Then we have an outpost event. Summer outpost events. New event. Care to make a trade? A man with skin as rough as leather beckons you over to the stool he set on the main street through town. I've got the best deals on building materials. Come have a chat. You wander over to hear his pitch. The trick is buying this junk in bulk down in the real cities. Then it's just a matter of hauling it up here. Massive profits for me, good deals for you. It'll take a few weeks to get here, but you can't beat the cost. He flips through a notepad doing math in his head. I've got enough room on the next shipment to squeeze in a few more things if you're interested. I'll even cut you a better deal than these other suckers just so I can head out before it gets dark. A little scroll wheel for your thumb? There is no little scroll wheel for my thumb here, no. 6, 8, 12, 18. I do just barely have enough gold to do this. All of the builds require gold, though? I could build this. Or I could upgrade something. Upgrading something doesn't require gold. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So I need to spend 15 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is 15 gold spent. I'm going to go for 5 metal and 2 lumber. And that's option B, so we flip the card. Merchant marks down your order in his ledger. Got it, 5 metal and 2 lumber. I'll bring it over to your place when I get back. We've lost 15 collective gold. We add 179.5 to calendar in 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. 179.5. Uh-oh. Hmm. $179.5. There's just no way to make this text box not awful, apparently. Alright, well, fine. We lost our gold. Cool. We now remove this event. We've done the outpost event. Building operations. We can collectively buy a wood for 2 gold. Let's do it. And give the wood to whomever I feel inclined to give it to. All right. I'm going to use notes for this part. 1 collective wood. And then also, let's like note how much other stuff I have right now. We have 3 metal, 4 hides. Two wood. 5 metal, 5 hides. Maybe I should have ordered wood instead of ordering metal. My bad. I also have a good number of herbs. I can make some more potions. Okay. So I have 1 collective wood floating. We could upgrade the alchemist. We could upgrade the craftsman. I'll plan to upgrade the craftsman. So 2, 2, 1 used to upgrade craftsman, which means 0, 3, 4 remain. Plus 1 collective wood. Okay. So I don't actually build this yet because we're on the building phase yet, but I'm just like keeping an eye on how much money I actually have. I've done that. No effect, no effect. I can build these upgrades, but I'm not right now. Collectively train a soldier for 3 gold and a material resource. I don't have 3 gold, I don't think. I think I did an excellent job of spending all of my gold. So that's not happening. What's next in town phase? Building operations, downtime. What happens in downtime? Ah! Ah! Downtime. Level up characters. Wait. Oh shit. We get to level up a character. Level up. If a character's experience total is equal to or greater than the experience requirement of their next level, they must level up. Okay? How do I level up? They must do the following. Add 1 new ability card to the pool. The card they choose must match their class and be of a level equal to or lower than their new level. So these are the 2 cards I have to choose from. These are the level 2 cards. Shockwave. On your next 6 melee attacks targeting an enemy adjacent to any other enemy, 1 enemy adjacent to the target suffers 2 damage. Also, I can move 3 and get a shield. Both halves of that are great. Or Everfort. Hit for 2 at 3 range and give self regeneration. Or bottom half, heal 3 targets for 1. I mean, we just take Shockwave. That's adorable. I'm going to take Shockwave now. Cool. Ugh. I'm going to have to take out 4 cards from this now instead of 3. Increase hit points. Increase their max hit point value. If I just check this, does it do it automatically? I don't know how to increase your max hit point value. Probably when it starts the next mission, it will auto-populate it. It's going to be a 2 out of 12 because I'm about to build another thing. Gain perk mark. I get another perk. It's actually only my second. I'm ignoring scenario effects. What if I could push something ever? Do I want to push things? Do I have to push things? Move one of your character tokens backward 1 slot. No. -2 with a +0. That's okay. Let's replace a -2 with a +0. The -2 is pretty bad. I don't know if maybe the heal self, the 2 heal self ones might be better. These are pretty strong with the fact that I'm healing for 2 more than usual. Alright, let's try this actually. No. Yes. I feel like the next one I'm going to take is ignore item effects, because I'm probably going to have some armor by the time I level up again. So it might be a bit before I get the other one. I'll get rid of my -2 card. -2 card's pretty bad. Search. -2 card. Get out of here. And we replace it with a +0 card. Okay, is that it? That's it. Good stuff. We don't have to retire characters. We don't have to create characters. Craft items. Item shop. Item shop. Where's my item shop? I click on this. Available items. Place all items in the shop area. Alright. And we want to sort these by some sensible way. Alright, cool. We can also craft some potions, right? So we have rockroot plus arrow. Rockroot plus snow thistle we already did. Arrowvine plus rockroot is a thing I have access to and haven't done yet. Is that true? Is that arrowvine? I think so. So I use an arrowvine and I use a rockroot. Wait, I have 2 arrowvines actually. I have so much stuff. I get rockroot plus arrowvine. Arrowvine plus rockroot. A healing potion. During your turn, perform heal self for 3. Cool. Let's give that to... I mean, it feels like it would go on my drifter, who is the tanky person, and also gets more mileage out of heals. Let's just do it like that. Sure. Hey, Brigida. Yeah, I started fresh. This is only the 2nd week of the campaign. And then I can also make an arrow vine plus a rockroot we've already done, an arrow vine plus a snow thistle. I mean, I could make another arrow vine plus rockroot, I guess. Healing potion does seem pretty good, but it's more fun to find out what the other things are, I feel like. Arrow vine plus snow thistle. Just confirming that I do have that. That's a snow thistle, I think. And that's an arrow vine. Okay. Stamina potion. During your turn, get a level 1 card from your discard pile. During your turn, reclaim a level 1 card from your discard pile. Wait, you can only use a level 1. Huh. Okay, this is basically like one more turn that we can play. In a mission, Javelin's so good that I might just grab Javelin again? Like, the question is like which character has level 1 cards that you really want to play multiple times in a fight? I think Javelin's probably it. Like maybe I could put on my Deathwalker, but I already have a small item on my Deathwalker. We use this and this to make that. Reason for simulator versus lots of bits and pieces. I don't know if I know what that means. Do you mean why am I playing it on Tabletop Simulator instead of on my tabletop? It's easier for y'all to see stuff mostly. Alright, so I did some potions, and now we can do some items. I have 3 metal I could use. I think getting a spyglass would be excellent for my Deathwalker. I can get advantage on some attacks. There are going to be some attacks that are pretty important, and having no chance to crit miss them feels like it would be good. I also no longer have a weapon on my Deathwalker. What can I do with all my hides? I have 4 hides. Make crude hide armor. On the next 2 attacks targeting you, the attacker gains disadvantage. Why does my Deathwalker have leather armor when Deathwalker gets disadvantage on attacks incoming just by standing in a shadow? That is such a good question. Maybe I should have thought of that. What does this do? During one of your summon's turns, decide how it performs its abilities. Right. Protective Scepter? During your turn, grant an ally within 2 range 1 shield. I don't know if this is a good late game item, but I think at this point in the campaign is probably pretty good. So that's where I'll use my collective wood. And I will put this on somebody. Like probably you? Or here? I'll put it here actually. Unless you don't have a hide. Because you do have to, yes. So you've used your hide and we have used our collective wood. So I have 2 metal and 3 hides I can use still. Can my drifter benefit from anything that costs 1 hide? A traveling cloak. I think I'd rather just save the hide for something later. I could use 2 hides to get +1 move? +1 move is pretty good. Yeah, I think +1 move's really good. I think you had 2 hides still? No, you don't. My Bone Shaper gets +2 move? That's okay. I'm down for that. My My Bone Shaper also has 3 metal. Wait, you have 3 lumber? What? Since when? Really? Oh, I was counting wrong on how much. Oh, I think I just missed that I had this. Alright, so I could build something with lumber as well. Yeah, I just straight up missed that. So I have 3 lumber available as well. We got some shoes for our Bone Shaper. We have lumber and metal, lumber and metal. Stuff that our Deathwalker or Bone Shaper would use that is built out of lumber and metal. During your turn, one of your single target melee attack abilities may target an enemy 2 hexes away. Eh? At a ranged, one of your ranged attacks. Eh? Do I have another hide? I do. I'm going to take the other Protective Scepter. We're going to go double Protective Scepter. We're going to be able to make someone really tanky. Alright, I don't have to spend everything, because I do want to be able to build stuff the next time I'm in town as well. So I think maybe we stop there. I got significantly stronger. Unless there's something really good with metal or wood for my Necromancer. But what does my Necromancer even use items for? A crude spear. Nope. Metal and wood. A spyglass? Gain advantage on one attack during your turn? No. When you're attacked, treat any 2x modifier card as a +1 instead. I feel like a +1 will one-shot me anyway, so like what's the point? I'm gonna go with a crude shield. I could go with a crude shield. It does give me a -1 though. Yeah, okay, I don't want that. Yeah, I think we're good. So that's all of the item crafting. Where'd the rulebook go? And the potion brewing. We are allowed to sell items. Didn't know that. Items cannot be purchased freely until building 37 is built. I don't know what that is. Construction. So I'm going to upgrade the craftsman, I think, so I can get better items. It requires that I'm at prosperity 1, which I am. That's what you start at. And we need to spend 2 wood, 2 metal, and 1 hide. 2 wood, 2 metal, and 1 hide. Got it exactly. And we can upgrade our craftsman. +1 prosperity. And this says unlock items. Cool. So I've added some new items to the item supply. Are they up here already? Like, no. So if I were to recall these. Oh, I guess we like get to see what they are now. But also if we do that and then put them all here and then sort them. This is stuff that we can buy next time. So now we have 3 potions. We have unlocked a heavy sword. During your melee attack ability, add +1 damage to 1 attack. I don't know if you can do that after you've rolled the dice. Feels like it would be better if you could. Reinforced shield is an upgrade to crude shield. So item 10 is crude shield. So if we build a crude shield, we can also build a reinforced shield. That would go on our tanks. Simple Charm. At the start of the scenario, remove a -1 attack modifier card from your attack modifier deck. It costs 2 metal. It is a hat. It'd be okay for my Necromancer. Bouncing Slippers. After you suffer damage from an attack, you can move 2. I think those are probably really strong, actually. Because you can trade who's tanking. Although, we're kind of building more toward having one person who's really good at tanking everything. When you suffer damage from an attack, gain 2 shield for the attack. That seems ideal. Yes, that's going to be the best armor for the people who can dodge the -1s on it. I don't think my Deathwalker can. Yeah, I can't. But my Banner Spear can ignore -1 effects on items, and my Drifter can as well. So they're both going to want that armor. And then, I think we're done. I think we can now set up for next mission next time. Build Not Destroy 2 out of 12. And team building 1 out of 8. Maybe we do note how this is going. Merchant class. We have 2 out of 3 hats. 1 out of 3 chest. 1 out of 3 boots. 0 out of 3 hands. 0 out of 4 small items. We are a good way away from achieving that. Okay, this game's really fun. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. I hope you enjoyed chilling with me while I played tonight. I'm going to go watch some fast cars and have some breakfast. And I will see you Monday, probably? Maybe Tuesday? I don't know. We'll see. It's a long weekend, so it's all kind of weird. But yeah. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for the support. It's really cool that I get to play awesome video games and you get to watch and enjoy me doing it. And I'll see you next time.